I think as we think about these bottlenecks shifting downstream, is how I think about it. One of the things at Depot that we're starting to think more about is our collaboration workflows today in software engineering are, for all intents and purposes, probably 15 or 20 years old now, and they are very human centric. They go back 20 years and it's all about, I'm going to write some code, I'm going to open a pull request, another engineer is going to go review that code line by line. We're going to write some deployment scripts that builds that code and deploys it. It's all very human centric, and it's also very siloed. Very siloed. And what I mean by that is a developer writes some code on their laptop. They commit that code to a source control system, which moves that code to another silo that is the source control system. That then triggers some CI workflows or continuous deployment workflows, whatever it might be, which tends to be an entirely separate system. And then that code gets deployed to production, which is an entirely different system as well. And then we have entirely different systems for monitoring that code in production, for looking at the logs of that code in production. It's all very disjointed, siloed systems. And a lot of the things we've created over the 20 plus years of this is really just been focused on optimizing the copying of the artifact from one silo to the next silo, to the next silo, to the next silo. And I think as we move into this world where AI agents can help us write code exponentially faster, engineers, like I've said before, engineers are not going away. Engineers are going to be the orchestrators of all of these systems, just like they've been the orchestrators of all kinds of systems to date. They're going to orchestrate different agents. They're still going to write code to glue different things together from different agents. But there's a real opportunity to look at the existing paradigm and essentially say, what if we reimagined it from the ground up? What if you didn't have all of these silos? What if everything was just one continuous stream of collaboration at the code level, so that engineers and agents are just working side by side on the code? Everybody has the context of how the changes are developing. Everybody has the context of which small changes are being deployed, which changes are still being reviewed. And ultimately, the goal there, coming back to outcomes, the goal there is to streamline the collaboration, because really what you want to do when you're collaborating with agents or even other engineers is you want to take a feature or customer request or bug, and you want to produce an outcome that solves that problem. And so you don't necessarily need to review code line by line across multiple different systems to know if you've reached the outcome. You can have all of this centralized into one place in one single collaboration workflow that isn't just this archaic model of we copy an artifact from one siloed system to the next siloed system to the next siloed system.